You ready? Here it is, the Q&A. I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. I'm actually genuinely excited to answer the Q&A. I can't wait. So what's up, guys? And welcome to the first ever Cjethsyt Q&A. Now, what I'm going to do, if you did not get to answer a question in the first Q&A that you wanted to ask, and even the ones that did ask questions that I'm going to answer, we'll make this a second video. You could just comment more Q&A questions just in case you missed the first one, or you didn't ask it in this one. So just feel free, just spam my comment section with questions. I'm going to answer every single one here. So yeah, comment away, and I'm going to whip out the glasses on this one because I'm blind. Okay, let's see here. Oh, nobody asked if I had glasses. Actually, these glasses are filthy right now. I might not even be able to wear them. Probably should have cleaned it before I started. Yeah, right, we're recording. Okay. You know what? The hell with the glasses. We're going without glasses. Okay. First question comes from Mine Wars. My question is, how old are you? Mine Wars, I am 18 years old. Just turned 18 in July 29th to be exact. Now you know my birthday. I am 18 years old. The next question comes in from Paul D. Paul D says, do you believe in aliens? Question mark. Not kidding, period. Seriously asking. Do I believe in extraterrestrial life? I would say I do believe there are other life forms out there. I think that's fair to say, right? There's no way humans are the only ones out there. I mean, unless we're just beasts, which we could be. But no, I mean, I think it's possible. I think extraterrestrial life is possible. Next question comes. This is why I need my glasses. Next question comes in from MLRLM2288. Who is your favorite and least favorite Ranger of all time, and why? I should have researched this question. I at least looked at it a little bit further before I went ahead and answered it. We'll start off with my least favorite Ranger of all time. Least favorite Ranger of all time would probably be Darryl Powell, if anybody remembers him. We got him in the Mike Rupp trade. We traded... What's the Mike Rupp trade? I'm not sure how we acquired him. I think it might have been the Mike Rupp trade. Or was it? I don't remember how we got it. Let's look it up while we're here. Might as well look it up. Oopsie daisies. And I'll tell you why he is my least favorite Ranger of all time. And it's all in the statistics. Let's see. Darryl Powell. Did I spell it? I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on. Darryl Powell. Player search on hockeydatabase.com. We acquired... Yeah, I was right. Okay. Yeah, it was the Mike Rupp trade. So we acquired him in the Mike Rupp trade where we traded Rupp to Minnesota. We got him and Nick Palmieri, who I think we still actually own the rights to. He just overseas right now. I'm pretty sure we still own his rights. He's actually not even a bad hockey player. I just don't think he's ever coming back to North America. Maybe he will one day. I mean, that would be sick. He's not bad. But, son of a gun. Why did I just do that? I just X out of it. So Darryl Powell is my least favorite Ranger because he was one of the worst performing Rangers I've ever seen in my life. Every time he was out there, it was just misery. I'll never forget, me and my dad ranked on him all the time. When the Rangers acquired him, he played 34 games with us, right? This is the 2012-2013 season. He didn't record a single point. He had 18 penalty minutes and was a -2. Played one game the following season. One game, 0 points, -2. He was not a very good Ranger. He didn't forecheck well. He didn't backcheck well. He didn't kill penalties well. I don't know. He was all over the map. He's definitely my least favorite Ranger of all time. Now, listen, not for nothing. His career in Minnesota and Philadelphia wasn't bad at all. But he just couldn't find his way with the Rangers. So I guess Darryl Powell's my least favorite Ranger of all time. As for my favorite Ranger of all time, man, this is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Martin Straka. Martin Straka, because he's the one that really, when I was young, well, here's a couple. I'm going to give you two players. Because I have a bunch of favorites of all time, but I think between these two, Martin Straka is the one that made me want to watch hockey. I'll never forget, I was watching my dad watch a Ranger game. It had to be 2004, 2005, maybe earlier than that. Like, I would peek in on games every now and then, but I was too young to really understand much about hockey. But for some reason, the way Sam Rosen said Straka and watching Martin Straka play, it just made me want to watch hockey. And then I'm going to say Marian Gaborik as my number 2 because seeing him play, even before he was on the Rangers, he made me want to play hockey more. Like, I was playing, street hockey and whatnot before Marian Gaborik came to town with the Rangers. But something about him made me like hockey that much more. It gave me that extra push to like just love hockey, be devoted to it. So I'm going to say Marian Gaborik and Martin Straka, but more so Martin Straka, I'd say. That's a very good question. Thank you. Blue Shirts fan 94 asks, who's your favorite Ranger and were you watching the 94 finals when the Blue Shirts won the cup? I was not. I was not born yet. 5 years earlier, 5 years and a few months earlier, I would have been watching it. But no, I did not, unfortunately, get to watch the 94 cup final. I only got to watch the 14 final, which was... Who's my favorite Ranger? I'm gonna guess he's saying right now. My favorite Ranger on this team right now. This is a good one because I'm a little up in the air about most of these players. I cheer for everybody, so it's kind of hard. I haven't really thought about it on this team. I'm probably gonna say, even though I do get upset at him quite often. Actually, no. I'm gonna say Pavel Buchnevich. If not Buchnevich, Rick Nash, even though I pull rank on him a lot. Not pull rank, but I just rip on him a lot. But Pavel Buchnevich, because I remember when the Rangers drafted him, it was the year of the third-round picks. That was the year we drafted Duclair, Buchnevich, and Tambellini. And Tambellini's still very close to being a good NHL player. And I followed all three careers. Obviously Duclair came about a little before Buchnevich. But I followed Buchnevich all throughout the KHL. I always knew he was a good player, and I feel like everybody knew that Buchnevich was a good hockey player. I just think the reason he went so low, or at least as low as he did, was people were concerned if he was going to come to North America or not. And I remember just following him for years. Me and my dad and his friends, we every time there's a Ranger go on, we had a big hangout. We'd always talk about it. We'd always talk about this. We'd say Buchnevich. I know his name is Buchnevich, but we would say, we'd talk about this Buchnevich kid that everybody keeps talking about, having great seasons. He's scoring a lot in the KHL. He's looking really good. He's on a crappy team, and he's still doing well, putting up points at the same rate as Kuznetsov and Tarasenko. Actually, I made a video about that. And we kept talking about Buchnevich, and finally, the Rangers signed him to a contract. It was a big thing. If he didn't get traded to SKA, he would have been on the playoff team with Eric Staal on the team that year. He would have been here a year sooner. But he got traded to SKA in the KHL, so we didn't get to see him. But he came in the following season. He had a good season last year, but he played most of it hurt. But I'm going to say Pavel Buchnevich, probably my favorite Ranger on this team. He's so exciting to watch. He makes hockey look so simple, right? I love watching that. Great question, Blue Shirts fan 94. Mind Wars, congratulations, my man. Thank you. Who is next? I can't read. Subs for Days asks, do you want to wager in Hut, or do you want to join my ECHL team? Thanks, all you guys. I appreciate the offer very much. I do not want to wager in Hut. I'm not a big wager guy in Hut, and I suck at Hockey Ultimate Team, so I'm going to pass on that one. And thank you for the EASHL offer, but unfortunately, me and my friends do have an EASHL club, so I'm sorry. I appreciate the offer. I'm flattered. Thank you. But I'm going to have to pass on this. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, Subs for Days. I do appreciate the offer, though. Flattering. Thank you. Subs for Days asks, do you think the Rangers are on a decline? I don't think they're on a decline. And here's why. Brady Shea, Pavel Buchnevich, Jamie Vesey, Kevin Hayes, JT Miller, Mika Zibanejad, Igor Shesterkin. Did I say Buchnevich? I probably already said Buchnevich. Alexander Georgiev, Ryan Gropp, Robin Kovacs, even though he's back in Sweden. I don't think they're on a decline yet. I think we have declining players, but I don't think we're on a decline necessarily. If they would have started the season better, I would give this answer with more confidence, but there is reason to believe they're on a bit of a decline in certain areas, especially, Henrik Lundqvist isn't any younger than he used to be. He still looks good, though. Rick Nash is like 33, 34 years old now. We got a couple older guys, but I don't think we're on the decline. Not yet, at least. And then Subs for Days asks again, do you live in New York? If you do, what part? I do not live in New York anymore. I used to, though. I live in North Carolina now. I did live in New York, and when I was there a few months ago, I lived in Long Island. I'm a Long Islander, but not an Islanders fan. Don't you forget it. I'm not going to specify what town, but I'll tell you I was in Nassau County. That is it. Maybe one day I'll specify the town, like a few years from now. Thank you again, Subs for Days. 3 awesome questions. Nisoxo13 asks, this is a good commenter right here. I gotta mention that, yeah, Mind Wars, Paul D, Blue Shirts fan, all these guys, MLRL, you guys, great comments on video. I love it when you guys comment, like my core guys, even subs for days. You guys do an awesome job commenting on all my videos. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Comments make this job the best. Nisoxo, I think I'm pronouncing it. Just comment if I pronounce it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Nisoxo. 13 asks, how did you become a Rangers fan? How did I become a Rangers fan? I guess I was just born into a Rangers family, New York team. They I mean, when I was born, they were sucking from 99 till about 06, 07. But the moment that made me, I mean, if I can break it down to a moment, I mean, I'd probably have to go back to the Martin Straka thing where I'd peek in on hockey games. I didn't really care. Just hearing Martin Straka's name and watching him play, I guess, really, it's what made me like a Ranger fan. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to say. Yeah, more so just being born into a Ranger family, but Martin Straka, I guess, too. Who would make a better coach than AV? With the Ranger team that we have a lot of youth on this team. So I have to think of a coach that's very good with youth and good offense. I would say... You know who I like? I like the coach of the Flames. I don't remember his name. The coach of the Flames is good. I think he'd be okay for the youth. I think he'd be a plus. But I also want to say, you know, Lindy Ruff would obviously be a good head coach. But if I'm talking about outside candidates, guys that haven't coached in the NHL before, I think it is very, very fair to say that Mark Messier would be an excellent hockey coach. One, he works in hockey operations. I'm pretty sure for the Oilers, or he's involved with the Edmonton Oilers somehow in hockey operations. I think he'd be perfect. I don't think Brian Leetch, even though he's part of hockey operations with the Rangers now, I don't think he's a good like leader in a sense. Like he was a captain for the Rangers for a couple of years, but I don't think he's like got that in him. I think Mark Messier would be a good coach one day if he does decide to pursue that. But my final answer would be the coach of the Calgary Flames. I don't remember his name, but he's a very good coach. He worked very well with young players, too. And the third question is, not to bring back bad memories, but explain in detail what your reaction was to Alec Martinez's goal in Game 5 of the Finals in 2014. Just a thought. And then a bunch of crying emojis. I don't even know how to tell this story, man. Oh, my God. Well, here's how I'll tell it. I knew... the second Pouliot lost the friggin' puck, or they recovered the puck, and Pouliot did a shit job back checking, I knew right there. And I pinpointed Martinez too. Like, this guy's gonna freaking score. Carter's gonna shoot for a rebound. This guy's gonna score. I swear to God, I should have put something out there as proof that I had this intuition, because it happens all the freaking time. I knew he was gonna score. So when he did score, I don't know how shocked I was. More so angry that I was able to see that and call that, yet Benoit Pouliot didn't freaking back check. Hank let out a fat rebound to no fault of his own, I want to say. I mean, it's kind of hard to stifle a shot like that. He could have tried to smother it. I don't know. Just the fact that I called that play frustrated me. But all I remember is I walked out. We had company in the house, so I really couldn't react the way I wanted to. I walked out of the house steaming. I walked right into my backyard, and I was like this, like just... oh, God, I was wigging out. I was very, very upset. I might have grumbled some profanities as well, and that I'll get into. I try to be as humble as possible. But, yeah, it was no bueno. It wasn't good. I was pretty upset. Moving on to good question. Great question as usual. Paul DS, what do you plan to do when you graduate college? And thank you for the great content. Keep it up. One thing I like about you is that in most cases you are very honest, passionate, and try to make the most of situations when they seem to go badly. You are a credit to your generation. Don't ever change, Nick. Thank you so much, Paul D. You have my heart. But what do you plan to do when you graduate college? That is a good question. That is one that I'm still asking myself. I have a lot of ideas. The long shot goal is to play college hockey, which is like all the way up there, so I'm going to not even mention that as much as I just did. But man, I got so many things going on right now that I really want to pursue as a career, YouTube being one of them, but it's just such a long shot with YouTube. Uh, still only studying liberal arts, but I want to go into medical school, maybe become a doctor or business school. I'm currently interviewing for a position that would put me in a very good spot with a very good company. So I might just follow with that. I might not even, yeah, I might just do my business, get my business credits, and not even have to go the full way if this job really pays off. Because there's another question Paul D asked later. I got to look up on. I'm not gonna. I'll get into more in detail what I'm talking about. But it's a lot of things to do. As I don't think I've ever even mentioned this. I'm currently working with my town's fire department, and maybe when I go to medical school, I can follow up on being an EMT. I've always been one to put people before myself and just try to help as much as I can. And if I could do that medically, I think that would be great. If not, volunteer firefighter, I can still fight fires. But that's if I follow up with this. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I don't know how much longer I can stress out my parents. But there's a lot of things I would like to do. I have a lot of ideas that I would like to see go where. I mean, I'm testing the waters on just about everything now. Still trying to feel my way around the adult world, and just I don't know, just see what works best for me. I think most likely I'll pursue something in the business world. But if the stars are aligned, I got all the luck in the world. I would love to do this, but realistically, probably business or medical. Good question, Paul D. That was a really good question. Pauline Yeminin, I think I pronounced it right. If I pronounce it wrong, comment and tell me how to pronounce it. What was your first console? This is also another commenter. All my videos, great commenter. I love it when I get comments from you. What was your first console? I think my first console was just a plain old GameCube. I had yes, it was a royal blue, but like a darker royal blue GameCube. And I think my first game was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, which, believe it or not, a few months ago, I actually threw back in the old. I put it in my Wii because I don't have my GameCube anymore, and I actually played it. I could probably, let's see, I had a GameCube, PlayStation 2, the Wii, 360, 1, and then PS4. I am not very financially smart. I kind of just buy things sometimes. But yeah, first console was the GameCube. Now, first gaming device, Game Boy Advance. Come on, the little square box, you little flip up, play some Power Rangers. Bro, that was my ish. Actually, no, I think I had a Game Boy before that. I had like the one that looks like the PSP. I forgot what it's called. It was a Game Boy. That was my first ever gaming device. My first ever gaming console was a GameCube. Although I had an N64, but I didn't play with it. I really did not play with it much. I was an outside kid growing up. It wasn't really until about 12, 13, not even, until I was like 14, 15 years old that I really became someone that enjoys video games. Before then, video games in my life were almost unheard of. I was, even now, I'm more so like an outdoors person. I kind of like going outside and playing, like sports or whatnot. Although it's weird coming from someone from my generation, because typically we're mostly like video games, phones, and all those and whatnot. But I don't know. Definitely GameCube. Yeah, I think GameCube was my first one. Why do you support the Rangers? I ask myself that question all the time. Why do I support the Rangers? I guess it's just something that's in me. Hockey's my passion. I love hockey. Love the Rangers, hometown team. I went to a few Ranger games in my day. Sometimes they're an easy team to root for. Sometimes they're a hard team to root for. But ultimately, I guess it's just because I was raised a Ranger fan. I'm kind of brainwashed. If the Child Protective Services found out I was a Ranger fan growing up, I think my parents would be prison. Yes, my parents would be in trouble for raising a Ranger fan. They were that bad. What kind of music do you listen to? Ooh, I was hoping someone would ask this question, because I don't have an answer for you, because I listen to music from every single genre. It sounds crazy, but hear me out. I listen to rock, hard rock, not a lot of rap. I'm not a big rap guy. I can listen to Eminem. That's really it. I don't know. I don't like rap. I love the Beastie Boys though. I'm not really into pop. Metal. I mean, it depends. Like, when you hear the word metal now, you think of people with like put up the devil horns, scream, shout of bloody murder. That's not the metal I'm referring to. I'm talking more so like Metallica, which is kind of toned down compared to those. I can listen to country rock. Country rock ain't bad. I'm not. You know what? Let me make this a little more simple. I'm not gonna give you a genre. I'll just give you my favorite bands. Let's see: Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Metallica, Pantera, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Eminem. Who haven't I mentioned yet? Beck. I like Beck. Kid Rock's good. I'm missing so many. I listen to I'm gonna go on Pandora. I'll take a look at my Pandora playlist. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Every now and then I can dabble with them. I'm not a big Red Hot Chili Peppers guy, but there's a couple songs I like. Megadeth. There we go. Renegade. Not Renegade. Styx. They wrote Renegade. DJ Cool. There we go. Now I'm seeing them all now. Yeah, AC/DC. How do I? AC/DC right up there. Guns N' Roses. I mean, the list goes on and on. Soundgarden. Audio Slave. I mean, oh my, the list goes on and on. I love mostly all kinds of music. But I'll make this question a little bit easier. My favorite musical artist. I'll make it that. And I can't even answer. I made a question for myself. I can't even answer. I'd say either Ozzy Osbourne or the Beastie Boys. I'd say. Faux shizzle. Is your new home better than your old one? My heart wants to say no, but realistically, yes. This house is bigger. It has more room, more privacy. It's just a lot nicer. But my heart still lays at my home in Nassau County, Long Island. I'd say so, but I think for sure this is better because I don't share a room with my brother anymore, which I kind of miss. I mean, I have a guest bedroom in my room, which is kind of cool actually. It's weird because in the next question, I'll get into this. Paul D asks, why did your family move to North Carolina? So I'm going to answer both questions here. Opportunity. We'll start there. Opportunity. This also goes back to another Paul D. It wasn't Paul D. Someone asked a question in relation to this. We moved for opportunity. At least my parents thought it would be best if we moved to North Carolina because they have much better opportunity down here than it was in New York. At least the area that we moved to in North Carolina. Not many people know this or will admit it, but in New York, most of the opportunities really tapped out. New York is a beautiful place. It will always be beautiful, and it will always be my home at heart. But there's not much opportunity there, and especially someone involved with the family like myself. We are not the most fortunate people. Lower middle class. I love my family though. We love each other. We love everything we do. But there was not enough in New York for us to be able to stay there. Now North Carolina is totally different. I was just telling you how I have a job opportunity as an 18-year-old with a very good position at a very good growing company, and that's something I couldn't get in New York. I mean, I'd be living off student loans to go to college. It wouldn't have been a good situation in New York. But North Carolina, I mean, it's not New York, but it's beautiful in its own ways. Not many people like a rural setting. I'm not necessarily in a rural setting. I'm more suburban. But there are areas that are very rural, and you can kind of fall in love with views and stuff like that, how private it is, how quiet, and you know what I'll say? And I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm a New Yorker. I'm an asshole sometimes. It's just New York. Sometimes you got a New York attitude. You want things to go fast at a fast pace. You like things keep moving. But down here, everyone's so, relaxed. No one's ever really in a rush. It's very calm down here, and I can appreciate that, especially living in New York as long as I did. People were, always moving and moving and moving. I mean, I haven't heard a single car horn since I've been down here. It's been 3 months. So that's definitely different. I don't know. Maybe it's just my personality. I enjoy more of a quiet, calm, docile lifestyle. But to answer your question completely, yeah, we moved for opportunity. And so far it's paid off. So very much so. The college I'm going to is great, and it is very economical. Great question, Paul D. Gamer for Life 64 comments. Do you think the Rangers are gonna make the playoffs this year? I don't know. I'm gonna say yes, because I think a lot of teams are gonna cool off, and I think the Rangers will catch their stride. And I also think the Rangers are going to make a move. I think something's going to happen soon. I do think they will make the playoffs this year. I think that's fair to say. Good question. I'm going to say yeah. This is a good question. Valley Cats Fan 10 comments on basically all my videos too. Another beast right here. Will the Rangers still be a playoff team? Yes. If not, how do we get to a playoff level? Trades. And perhaps not playing Stephen Camphor. He gave Brendan Smith all that damn money. Let him play. That's simple. And probably acquiring a go-to guy, as I mentioned. Do you like any other sports besides hockey? Yes. I'm a big MMA guy. Now, I haven't trained MMA since I moved. I was actually an instructor. I was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor in part. Every now and then Muay Thai. It's like kickboxing, special kickboxing. I love MMA. I'm not big into UFC, but I'm big into MMA. I do like MMA. It's fun. A lot of fun. Probably why I'm so getting hit in the head too much. I did enjoy baseball until the Mets decided to start sucking again. And football, I guess, but, you know, so much crap going on in the NFL now. I'm not even paying attention to it, to tell you the truth. And the Giants suck, so it doesn't really help. Besides those, I guess if you don't count street hockey and roller hockey, yeah, I guess those are fun sports. Knee hockey. I guess these all fall under hockey, don't they? Other than that, I really don't know. I don't know if I have any other sports besides the ones I just mentioned. I've kind of just been like a hockey guy through and through my life, I feel like. Like, there was a time I was very into baseball, there was a time I was very into football. But hockey's kind of taken over as my go-to sport, I'd say. I think it's fair to say that. Well, they don't really have a hockey body, as you could tell. When I was younger, I used to be very big and broad. Kind of like thinned out now. So I don't really have like the hockey body I used to. Like, granted, I'm not heavy, but I'm not as broad as I used to be either. Like, in 10th grade, I was 195 pounds. I started getting heavy into MMA, which caused like trying to lose weight and whatnot, like weight cutting. If anybody's weight cut before, it's and right now I'm like 160, 165, soaking wet. So I lost a lot of weight, so I don't really have like that hockey body anymore, which is unfortunate because I kind of miss being that burly. But then again, I was also very fat back then. I'm not nearly as fat as I used to be. I do have some work to do. As you can see, I still have some baby skin to work out. See? It's all that yuckiness. I do have a lot of stuff to work. Don't mind me. I have like something I'm never I'm like never satisfied, I guess you could say. I'm very hard on myself. I'm sure you guys can see that in some of my videos. I am very hard on myself. I don't know why. I've never been able to solve that. I'm very hard on myself. I try to be the best I can be at literally everything. I get very judgmental of myself. So I might come off as a little like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're right. Get out of here. Especially when I'm playing video games. But that wraps it up for our first Q&A. So, if the questions... I answered every single question I had. If you want to ask more questions, feel free. Maybe we'll do another Q&A within the next couple days. I don't know. Perhaps next week. We shall see. But until then, I got a trip to Greenville tomorrow. I'm going to go see the Swamp Rabbits game. Then I'm going to go see the Charlotte Checkers game the day after. And then Sunday, it's back to the routine. But until then, thank you guys for watching the first Q&A. And thank you for being a part of it and dealing with the madness that is me and my channel. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for sticking around. Feel free to ask more questions. Peace.